Alright farmers, it's Tuesday the 2nd of April and we're back with some mods. Alright, so before we get started, there is a couple of strange things going on today. Now I'm not quite sure if it's something that's been out today or it's got a conflict with something else, but you'll see as we get a bit further around, not is all as it seems. Right, fair enough. So first off, we got this, the Forest Barrier. This is by Young Cyanic, 0.68 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and decorations and others. No, not buildings and decorations, under decorations. Not under buildings at all. It's under decorations and others. There it is, 750 to place down. It's a gate. Let's face it, it's a gate. It's the one you would normally see in like some forestry area, that sort of thing. But obviously, you know, normal barriers like this, if you come up to it with a vehicle, it'd open up for you. But no. You come up to it like this. Open the gate. There you are. It's manual. Oh, fair enough. That's something different. I like it. Right, next up is crop protection fences. This is by Vanquish81, 61 kilobyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and under decorations and fences. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 9 per section to place down. Obviously, it being a fence, you just click it down and drag it out to however long you want. Now, obviously, this is not the usual height of a fence. I mean, that's a normal sort of height one. This is one for keeping out field creatures. So if you've got your crop in the field and you want to, you know, sort of like mice, that sort of thing, maybe some rats if you got that sort of problem on the go, you bang these down the edge of the field, not supposed to keep them out. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is one of the strange ones that we've got today. This is prefabricated sheds. This is by AgroPF Pix, 12.71 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll back along to find them. So there's the first one, 40 grand. That's your double door shed. We've then got the next one, which is 35 grand, which is open and closed. We then got the third one, which to me looks exactly the same as the first one. Ignore the door being open. We'll come back to that in a minute. We then got the fourth one, which looks, oh, it has got a wall on the back on the fourth one. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Right, now I'm seeing it. Okay, so that one's got half a wall at the top. Oh, I see. That one's got no wall at the back. And then this one is open shed. And then this one is open shed with sort of partial wall at the back. Now, the issue I've had with this is when you place it down, it puts the door on the ground. And when you come to open the door, it does a few random things. So we'll come over to here like this. So obviously when I place this building down, both these doors are out the front, like that one down the end. You come to it, you open the door. I mean, it's an object too heavy, like I can pick the door up. So you open it, and it flicks to that end, and it comes across, and it flicks back. I'm not quite sure if that's the correct animation, to be fair. I think it's the wrong way around. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Now, if you do have this issue, obviously, you know, once they're open, and once they're closed, they're closed. That's fine, not a problem there. You can use the building as set out, but sometimes it's, yeah, okay, so we'll open it. So that opened fine. And that now it's closed. Right, okay, so it's staying open. Now it's closing but opening. And then once you've got it on the ground, come up to like that, close the door. It opens and then closes. Yeah, I'm not sure that's right. I think this needs an update. But apart from that, I mean, the sheds himself looks all right. I mean, obviously, the prefabricated, sort of like concrete block style. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of having, you know, you've got a bit of a vent at the back there. Say, like you're storing some silage bales or whatever, you know, and it's building up a bit of a stink. Let a bit of air through. I like it. I think just the doors need sorting out. Right, next up is Farm Shop. This is by Omatana, 35.23 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find these 6 in 2 different places. So first lot is going to be in the construction menu and under productions and factories. Yeah, it's a production chain. And we'll come back to that in a minute. Because this is ace. It's absolutely brilliant, this is. So you've got 3 different versions. They're all going to do the same. So basically what the concept of this is you bring your stuff down. So you see your inputs up there. It's all the production chain stuff, that sort of thing. You drop it into here then it runs as a production and you get paid every hour. So it's like a normal shop, rather than it being just like a sell point where you just dump the load and get all your money at once. This runs like a shop, so you're waiting for customers to come in. It doesn't all happen all at once. That's ace. And to be fair, we're not finished with these yet, because it comes back as something brilliant. Something, I mean, it doesn't change how it works or anything like that, but it is just genius. Love it. Right. So we've got the 3 versions. We've got Farm Shop 1, so we've got German version there. We've got a second German version there. And then we've got an American version. Now, all 3 of these, if you place them down, you get the option to change the colour. Fair enough. So obviously you go for whichever one you want. So that's the American ones. Then you change the colour on the German ones and the original German one. Well, I say the original, the first German one. Then we come to these 3 over here. So this is the same sort of style, same sort of building style, but they're sell points. So if you don't want to wait for the stuff to be sold off from the shop, because it's going to chug along every hour. If you don't want to wait for that hour, you want your money straight away, you got these. Obviously, same styles. You've got 2 German versions and then an American version. Drop them down. You can change the colours the same. Jobs are good. So entirely up to you. Now, there does seem to be one issue with these, and in the blog on the website, on Farm Simulator website, it says that you should get paid more for using the production chains than you do for using the sell points, because perseverance pays off. It's taking longer, so you get more money. But it doesn't seem to work out that way. So if you come over here like that, you go to your production chain menu. So we've got all these things that we can, I'm going to say make in inverted commas. So you've got all the usual shenanigans on the go with the production chains, not a problem, right? So let's just go for bread, for instance, yeah? So 100 and you get 200 cash back. Yeah, so for 1,000 litres, right, if I'm not mistaken, that should be 2 grand. So as 100 goes into 1,000 10 times, so that means 200 times 10 is 10 grand, 2 grand. But if we go up to the shop menu and we go up to bread, where is it? There it is. It's saying these here, Farm Shop 1, Farm Shop 2, and Farm Shop American, which is the 3 we placed down, is 5 grand. I'm not sure what's going on. Even like the grocery mart round the back, it's more. I don't understand what's going on with that. I mean, unless I'm completely missing something, there is a good chance. I mean, is that... Oh, no. No, because it's 100 for 200 coins. I thought it might have been something to do with the cycles, and it's, every hour, but it still don't work out. It's going to do 100 bread per cycle. It's going to do that 24 times in a day, so to speak. So it's going to do 2 cycles an hour. It's still not giving the right... I mean, maybe they're just the wrong way around, or maybe there's just something random going on today, but I don't know. But I like the concept of this, putting the money to one side. I mean, maybe is it because we got both placed down? I'm going to try it, actually. Let's delete these. Let's get rid of those. Yeah, just in case it's throwing it off. Right, okay, so we've got rid of the sell points. So let's go have a look. Is that... No, it's not changing anything. That's really random. Anyway, carry on. If you like the concept of this, right, just, chucking some stuff in, it slowly chugs along in the background like a normal shop. There's something else. It's an aesthetic thing, I must admit. So if you come into it like that, so currently, all the shops are the same. Apart from this sell points, they've got all their goods in the shop straight away. Over here, you can go into all 3 of them, not a problem. So you go in, there's nothing running. Obviously, it's empty. Right, fair enough. So if we come over here and we turn on bread, we've now got bread in the shop. I mean, we've only got bread in the shop, but you turn it on, it puts it in the shop. That's ace. Then if we come across and we put tomatoes on, it's now got tomatoes and bread, because we've got both running. Oh, that's ace. And then you just work your way down. We've got lettuce and strawberries. We'll bang them in. We've got lettuce and strawberries there, tomatoes and bread. So whatever you've got running, you turn everything on We'll turn everything on because we want to have a look. There we are. So we've got down to the bottom yet. Come on, that's so many things. Right, so we've now got everything. So we've got eggs. What's that? Strawberries, honey, fabric, cake, cheese. Got everything on the go. So whatever you've got running is what it shows in the shop. That is awesome. That is awesome. I like that. Just for that on its own, that's brilliant. But I'm just not quite sure what's going on with the prices, mind you. But that is ace. Right, future Andy here, and I thought Matana is normally bang on with her mod, so I thought I'd do a little bit of testing. And I put in 1 pallet of bread, 1,000 litre of a pallet of bread in December. And that's given me 6,149 for 1,000 litres of bread. So compare that to what you're actually getting at the other shops, even the ones from Matana, 5,000. Yeah, you do get more. I don't know what's going on with maths there. I mean, to be fair, it says there 100, you get 200 coins. So 1,000 divided by 100 is 10. So, maybe you get a bit of a bonus. But definitely, I mean, the proof's in the pudding there. So we've got harvest income December, 6,149. That was 1 straight pallet of bread on its own. So definitely, I mean, to be fair, right, this shop, I think that's ace. I think it's ace, that is. I mean, just the way that it actually puts the stuff into the shop that you're actually running. I mean, at the minute, I've just got it running bread, so it's just a bread shop. But now I understand what the prices are. It's probably the same with a bit of a bonus. I'm not quite sure what's going on in the old production menu, mind you, but still, it works. That's awesome. Right, next up is Garage with Optional Workshop. This is by ICAS, 6.29 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in 2 different places. So in the construction menu, and the first one is going to be under sheds. So we'll scroll along to find it. Oh, there it is. 20 grand to place down, and it's a shed. Then the second one is going to be found under tools, because obviously it's got an optional workshop, which is that one just there, 35 grand. They're both the same sort of style on the buildings. You've got these 2 roller shutter doors on the front. So that's your shed, your standard version. You've got your light switch over here. Turn the lights on. Fair enough. Then this one here is obviously got the workshop trigger in. So we'll open up those 2 doors like that. And there's your workshop trigger. Oh, I like it. And you've got your light switch over here as well. Yep, come fix up a vehicle. Now we've got nothing in the vicinity. I like it. I mean, it's like got your exposed beams inside. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is the Lizard Gamma 3618. This is by Valek, 4.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find all 4 of these under seeders. So first up is the Gamma 32, 540 litre capacity on your seed tank, 60 horsepower requirement from your tractor, which is all right. That's well low. 4 metre working whip, so sort of small farming shenanigans, but then again, if it only requires 60 horsepower, you're only going to need a small tractor, which is all right indeed. 7 mile an hour working speed, 4 grand to buy. The options there are main colour is blue. Okay, fair enough. Configuration colour is red, red or blue. Just the top bits. And then rim colour is red or blue again. All right, fair enough. Now the second one is this. It's also the Gamma 32. But it's exactly the same apart from the pipeworks yellow. So I'm not quite sure why there's 2 versions. Why didn't you just have the option to change the pipe colour? All right, fair enough. Now, the second genuine version is the Gamma 18. Now, this has got a 270 litre capacity on the seed tank, 30 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.2 metre working whip. So this is really is small farmer shenanigans, 2.2. 7 mile an hour working speed, but it's only going to cost you 2 grand, which is all right. And you've got the same colour options of blue and red. Yeah, I like them. And again, with this one, we've got a separate version, which is exactly the same apart from the colour of the pipes. All right, no worries. Right, next up is the MF23. This is by ADub Modding ABP team featuring BSM, 3.08 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this is apparently made by Massey Ferguson in the early 70s. All right, no problem. 88 horsepower engine is required on your tractor, 5 metre working width, 10 mile an hour working speed, 6.5 grand to buy. The options to change the main colour to any one of those. Wow, that's a lot to choose from. What shall I go for? The usual. Does the main frame, then design colour. Oh, so many to choose from. I don't know why. Don't know why I always go for the same thing, but all right, that's going to do the prongs. Oh, I like it. Sort of old school. Right, next up is the Hyzomat HM8400 KLC. This is by HR Force and Farmall, 17.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, this is ace. I mean, if you're into your forestry, this is ace. 16,000 litre capacity, 200 horsepower requirement from your tractor, and it's got an 8-ton win on it. Win. It's got an 8-ton win. It's not even a sentence. An 8-ton winch. Yeah, that is ace. 190 grand to buy. You got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Nokian, BKT, Vredestein, Lizard, and then back to Trelleborg. Now, Lizard, yeah, get your tracks on and go. Oh, that's all right. Oh, look, it's got like alloy wheels for that one. Oh, I like that. And then got conveyor belts. You got colour, silver or colour. Beacon. It's going to be on the back, isn't it? Right, there we are. So left or right or both. You then got capacity, so realistic is 16,000 litre capacity, or you could put it unrealistic, which is 1 million. Fair enough indeed. So the crusher colour, it does that bit. You then got your bunker colour, does that bit, and then you got your crane colour, does the crane. Let's just do it all the same. Right, we'll do we'll do the claw colour a little bit different so we can see it. There we are, right at the front. And then rim colour is going to be your rims. now, right. So we have got this here. So your winch is right there. Yeah. So we'll get in and we'll... Actually, we need to chop a tree down first. This handily placed tree I've got here. So if we chop this tree down like that, there we are. So we just chop that down. You know, talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing a bit of woodwork. Dear, oh dear. Right. So now we got our tree chopped down. So you come up to it like that. Then you do the left stick in, pulls the winch out like that. There we are. Going to wrap it around like that. So I haven't done this for ages. What do we need to do now? It is attach tree to winch. They are A. R, B and A. So we're on to that one. To come back over here, get into the vehicle. We need to not detach the tree from winch. Control winch, that's it. I haven't used a winch for ages. LB and RB together, left and right. Am I letting it in or out? I think I might be letting it out. Let's go the other way. Ah, there we are. Pulls it a bit closer. And then you do LB and A, unfold it. The crane comes out, grab it, chuck it in. Oh, that's ace. I like that winch on the side. That's a brilliant idea. Right, next up is the SIP Disc 260. This is by BGamer 003, 6.67 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. So obviously this is that's a side mower. It goes on the back. Well, I suppose if you've got a 3-point, you could put it on the front as well. Entirely up to you. 50 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.6 metre working width, 13 mile an hour working speed, 6.5 grand. I mean, that being said, right, if you put one on the back and then one on the front, it could just be me, but all right, fair enough. Right, next up is the John Deere B 12-foot grain drill. This is by EY Modding, 6.93 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under seeders. So sort of old school. Yeah, I like the galvanised top bit on it, the old seed holder. That's all right. 600 litre capacity, so you might want to have a supplementary tank along or some bags of seed ready to go. 60 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3.6 metre working width, so you're not going to be doing massive fields soon. So sort of for your small farming shenanigans, 9 mile an hour working speed. It's only going to cost you 10 grand, which is all right. Yeah, I like it. Well, next up is the Lizard CVC 14,000. This is by Vulix and Spyco, 7.76 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under slurry tanks. So, as the name would suggest, it's got 14,000 litre capacity, 130 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 13.2 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 35 grand. That's not bad for a slurry tank, actually. The options you've got there are Trelleborg, Michelin, or Trelleborg. I mean, that drops down with the Michelins, doesn't it? I'd say go with the Trelleborg. Fair enough. And obviously you've got the... Was it the gooseneck, the spray nozzle out the back? I can never remember what they're called. And then you've got the option to change the colour red. Red's not spelt with a W. Red or Well, it says grey. This looks quite pearly white to me, but alright, fair enough. That's alright though. I mean, 35 grand for a slurry spreader. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is the Best Way AG Retriever TM SLT. That's a name, that is, I must admit. So this is by Solar Guy Modding, 19.6 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the header trailers, because this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, no longer do you need to struggle with a header on the trailer. This is awesome. So we've got quite a few different versions, and basically from what I can tell, they're to do with the length. Obviously, the longer the header you've got, the more space you're going to need, that sort of thing. Okay, so we've got the SLT20GL Hybrid Track HD3. That's what it comes as a standard. You then got the 24GLD Hybrid Track HD3. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to read all these out. There's too many letters. So obviously, you know, you've got the short version, and it goes a bit further. You've also got gooseneck. You've got bumper pull. You go for whichever ones you want, obviously. Entirely up to you. So, but what you do have when you come down to the bottom here is warning beacons. Yes or no? They're sort of just by the rear wheels. All right, fair enough. Warning stripes, red and white, orange and white, red and orange, nothing, or red and white. Spare tire, yes or no. Brand decals, none or yes, or white. Okay, if it's yes, what colour are they then? They black. I can't really see anyway. All right. Capacity. Now, this is where it comes to the actual fuel tank, because it's like a semi sort of service vehicle at the same time. So if you've got your harvester out in the field and you run out of diesel or whatever, just come and fill it up. So you can have none, or you can have 400. Or you can have another one, which is also 400, which you can have an Unreal version, which is also 400. Okay, fair enough. Loading deck. So we've got nothing. We've got yes, put some platings over the top, or you can have some loading ramps. We then got the mainframe. You go for whichever colour you like. I think I've gone for a red. There you are. You got your accent colour. We'll go with blue. See, that stands out. There you are. Does those bits. We go with the decking. Obviously, that's going to be the decking colour. We'll go with cream. Wow, that's bright. No, we'll go with an orange. Well, that's a bit better. And then you got your fender colour. Obviously, that's going to be your fenders. Your rim colour is going to be your rims. Oh, copper perfection. Yes, that's it. Now, there is two versions to this. So this is the standard simple control version. And we'll get to the controls in a minute. Now, we've got this version here. The manual controls. All the options are the same. Whether you go for the gooseneck, the bumper pull, whichever length you go for, whichever options you go for, they're both the same. One's just got a bit more manual control to it, as the name would suggest. So I have gone and got the manual control one. I've gone and got a long one, and I've got the, what's it, the Lizard Durus 18-meter head on the back. The harvester's just left it on the side of the field. What are we going to do? Wow. We're going to go and pick it up. We're going to go take it back to the farm. So you back up to like that. Obviously, hook it up. No problem. And then, spin it back round so you can see what it's doing. If you do LB and left on the D-pad, open cover, it puts the ramps out like that. So you can load onto the side. If you've got those plates on there, you know, you could put some stuff, because it holds the header quite high. So you could load some other stuff on there. And if you do LB and right stick up and down, you can move them in and out, depending on the width for your vehicle that you're using. And if we do RB and right stick left and right, you can move them left and right. Now, RB and right stick up and down doesn't seem to be doing anything. Obviously, that's just how I'm holding the control. It's left and right doing that. But, interesting. And RB and LB together and right stick up and down is the whole manual animation. So, if we're going to go through it, we'll do the usual. LB and A, the automated. So, we'll do that. There you are. It's going to spin it around like that. Lower it down, and then you're ready to go. There you are. So once it's finished, it's ready to pick up the header. So we'll put those ramps in. And obviously, it mounts straight into the middle where you would normally mount it onto a harvester anyway. So we'll go like that. Ease it in. There we are. So you get the option to attach. Yes, attach it. And we're away. Now, you have got a few options. So you could, from an immersive point of view, you could say, oh, I might want to work on my header. Well, you can turn it on. Yeah, go check it out. Make sure everything's running all right and whatever. That's fine. That's great. All right, fair enough. Now, but what you also can do is obviously move it around. Move it from place to place. So if we go onto the actual thing there, do L being a fold the cutter. It's going to go through its motions. It's going to put it out ready to go down the road. And there you are. Once that little box goes down, it's ready. That's ace. You just drive off. I mean, we've got, what, an 18-metre header, and we could go down any sort of road. Let's face it. Oh, that's ace. So if you do LB and A together, LB and RB together, and right stick up and down, this is the manual control. So you can start it, you can stop it, wherever you want to go. So say like, you know, going down that immersive route again, you want to have a look on the underside. Well, you just stop it there. You want to have a look a little bit further up, just stop it there, ready to go. Oh, fair enough. And then once you're ready to go down the road, you just go. Now, there is a word of warning with this. If you're driving along and you've got it highlighted on the back, like that, you've got it highlighted on the header, yeah, just be careful you don't detach it, because it does come off even when it's up high. And then you're in a bit of a predicament there. So just be careful that you don't hit the detach button. Oh, otherwise you could lose your header. But apart from that, that is an ace piece of kit. Right, next up is the John Deere 8R Series 2020. This is by Dint, 20.58 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under large tractors. Now, it's got a 326 horsepower engine, 25 mile an hour top speed, 235 grand, although we do start with a 1,000 optional extra. Alright, so it's AdBlue. Right, no. We don't have that on console anyway, so we're going to be charged for it. So, obviously, you've got the engine set up. So, 326 is standard. That then goes to an auto. It's the first one, power shift. Right, okay, it's a different gearbox. But, saying that, it goes from 25, but with the auto power, goes to 31. Oh, interesting. Then we've got different gearbox again. I mean, the engine power is not changing. Oh, now we've got to 357, but back down to 25. So we're back up to 31 with 357. How many different gearboxes is there on this thing? Right, 388 at 25 mile an hour. Oh, we could be here for a while. We really could. So is it going to go 388 any higher? 420 at 31 mile an hour. Okay, come on. We'll just keep cycling through these gearboxes. Come on. Imagine that 458. I mean, we're going to get any faster. So we've got 31 as a maximum, 458 horsepower. Then back to 326. So it starts off 326, 25 mile an hour and goes all the way up to 458 horsepower, 31 mile an hour. There we are. With about 20 million gearboxes in between. All right, fair enough. So wheel brands, you got Michelin, Trelleborg, Mitas, Continental, BKT, Raderstein, Michelin. Do we say Michelin to start with? All right, fair enough. And then you've got a few different versions on the go. I mean, you've got some wides, which is all right. You've got some weird twins. It's fine. There's twins all round as well. Then you've got Starfire. Now, for us on console, this means nothing. It's just from an aesthetic point of view. And there is a ton of them. An absolute ton. So we'll just quickly flick through them. So obviously you've got the 6000 series and you've got different things that park on top and RTK sensors and 7000 series and a GS and an RTK, all that sort of gubbins. So you pick whichever one you wanted because we've now got integrated, right, fair enough, with an RTK sensor and all that sort of thing. But obviously console, it is just for the look. We don't have that sort of thing. So additional equipment. So we got electric bonnet opener, which doesn't actually open the bonnet. All right, we've got footrest, which is just inside. You then got bonnet camera. All right, where's the bonnet camera? All right, fair enough. It doesn't seem to be opening. All right, and then you got all the options. You then got lights. You got LEDs or standard displays. So these are going to be to match up with all your different GPS Starfire's shenanigans. So obviously you match it up like that. So radio, standard or new gen radio. Additional lights. You've got 2 top, 8 bottom, both or standard. You then got seat controls. You can either have a joystick. We'll zoom in a little like that. There you are, just where your right hand would be. So it'd be standard or with a multifunctional joystick. You've got fenders, so we'll spin it back around like that. There we are. So hold on, we come past it. There we are. Narrow back, standard back, wide back 2, narrow back and front. There's loads. Obviously, you know, you've got narrow backs, wide backs, narrow fronts, wide fronts, no fronts, left front, front. All different sort of versions. So obviously you match it up with whatever tyres you've got on the go. Then you've got exhaust, so short and long. Short with warning signs, long with warning signs, or back to the original. Then got 0 kilo front weight, 200, 400, 700, 1100, 1150, 3 point. Yeah, go for your 3 point. 3.2. And it's not 3.2, a 3-point link Mark II. Fair enough. And then you got your capacity. So we've got without AdBlue or with AdBlue. Although, to be fair, it's not on console, so it's not really a thing. So I'd say save yourself £1,000. You then got your seats. It's going to be brown or brown leather. Yeah. Now, this is got one trick up its sleeve, and I think it's ace. I really do. Right, if you do LB and RB together and do up and down, raises up in its front suspension. I'm not quite sure why you'd want it to do that, mind you, because it's sort of like low and slow at the minute. But you can. You get sort of like a supercar style when they come and see a speed hump. They raise their front nose just so they can get over it. Oh, that being said though, I mean, you have got LB and RB together and right stick left and right moves your seat round. You lower the front suspension. Oh, why not? And our last mod for the day is the Fendt 300 Vario S4. This is by Schnibble Modding, 39.61 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. So it starts off with a 113 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, 85.5 grand to buy. You can then change the engine output to 123, 133, 142, and then back to 113. So the 313 is the top version of it. You then got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, Trelleborg again. We've got any twins on it? Oh, twins all round. Weird twins if you want it. Wheel weights, which is separate. Actually, we'll put normal wheels on so you can see them properly. So we've got flange, 300 kilo or nothing. So we'll leave those on. Model year 2015, 2020. I don't actually see what's changing on it, mind you. All right. Mirrors, wide angle with electric or wide angle. Fair enough. Settings, so we've got power, Profi Plus, or back to power. So that's just going to be your trim icons, isn't it? And it is changing the screen inside, mind you. All right, fair enough. Profi Plus looks like it's got a couple of shark fin aerials on the roof. That's all right. Then you've got beacon lights. So you've got no, left, right, both, or nothing. Then you've got warning signs, yes or no. You then got lighting, so you've got halogen or LEDs. We then got Now, I always get this wrong. Panorama Cabin Visio Plus. There you are. That's better. So you got a bit of an extra bit of glass going over your roof like that. You can have it with the door on the right, or just a standard cabin with a Cabin Visio Plus. So you've got standard cabin Visio Plus, panorama, but that looks the same. Or is that just me? I mean, you've got a door on the right with... Oh, the panorama cabin is just a complete window, isn't it? Right, so you've got the door, you've got the standard door. Right, clear as mud. Okay, fair enough. Front loader attacher, Fendt, Quickie, Hauer, or nothing. You then got your main colour, which is going to be any one of those. If we go for that, yeah, we got a mini Black Beauty. That's all right. Weight colour. Yeah, change those like that. Now, obviously, you got your roof colour, which is going to be any one of those. So if we go with the black, oh, see now the Black Beauty's got like a silver roof, hasn't it? There you are. And then the rim colour is obviously going to do rims. Now, we're going to leave it like that. Ah, that's ace. I like it. Small little Black Beauty. Got a couple of updates as well. So we've got the map Simple Midwest by Tash, and there's no mention of a new save on that one. Got the Lizard RM PTO by Vanquish 081. And we got Lame of Animals by Namog Mod. So that's your mods done for you. Why not go treat yourself and pick up some Andy's Farm merch? Link in the description below. And whilst you're down there, why not hit the join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.